to the big house, Michigan Stadium. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. It's the West Virginia Mountaineers and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Wolverines headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll bring it out. It's Little. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Brown to begin the drive. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They want to run this quarterback. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
And the Mountaineers with the 1st and 10. Out wide left, it's Francis. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, it's Brown. There he goes. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Mountaineers look to keep this drive humming. Throwing, Hawkins. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. And they're not on the same page there.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. A give to Brown. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting over this block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. Michael Hawkins throws to the tight end. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Turning it on. The 20. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That is how you set the tone. First and goal, the offense set up in great position. Nice job rushing the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, getting him in the ground, and now getting him in a 2nd down and long situation.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Now here's Hawkins. The screen, he can go. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, West Virginia.
This head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on 4th down? They got it, kept the drive alive, they end up scoring a touchdown, so it paid off. You can't start a game better than that.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. Underwood. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Sets his feet. It's Underwood. Finds his target down the middle.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Here's Underwood to throw. On the move. Blasted as he lets it go. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to to come up with the interception.
Wide receivers, you know, they might at least have a hint of diva in them, right? Like they're always open, aren't they, according to them? And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. Sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right there.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Right back to it. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Shakes off the defender. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. Like they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
And the Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. Handoff for Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wideout. Hawkins. And they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looks as if he's going to run it. He works his way inside the 30. They'll mark him down at the 29. It brings up 4th down, and let's see what they do. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Hawkins to throw for it on 4th. Throws for the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting this scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. As an offense coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive, get some points on the score in this next possession.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The handoff. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Just feeds the running back. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Wolverines come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Powers inside. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Has to have it on fourth down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. That conversion sets a tone, but that's also really part of their MO. They're going to go for it on fourth and short.
Yeah, it's a bop.
Makes the grab inside the 30. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. Breaks the tackle. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Out wide right, it's Hansen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good time.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
It's third and goal and third and long. Throwing, Underwood. Still looking. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. challenge on second down. Defense in press coverage. Throwing, Hawkins. Unloads it left. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. And after the pick, there is an injured player who's still on the field. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Into the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to Brown. Got enough for the first down. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Mountaineers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Gives it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Play action with Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
That's a play the receiver would like to have back because he was in position to make a huge play for his offense. 50-50 ball. Climb the ladder. You just got to snatch it. You got to pluck it out of the air, and he couldn't get it done.
Long way to go on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Underwood. Here comes the heat. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Sells to run, looking to pass. It's dropped after taking the hit. Second and long here. Bryce Underwood to the air again, showing the arm strength to the left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Third and long coming up. Making the adjustment.
886 bouncer. 8 Mustang. 4.
Underwood in the gun on third down. Zings it complete to the right. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest, but there was two guys right next to him.
But look at this, they're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Quick give. It's Brown. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Rush is on. On the move, he fires. And it's incomplete on third down.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
The Mountaineers will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Underwood on the play action. He rifles one deep down the middle. He's got it along the sideline. It's a seam wide open. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Penn State taking on the number 19 team, the Arizona State Sun Devils.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They've played really well in this first half.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Runs through the tackle.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Left side is Hansen. There he goes. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Here's Underwood to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Trying to establish the run. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Caught. Turning on the Jets. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. From the red zone, it's Marshall. Touchdown, Wolverines! Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Makes the catch and he's free. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. A give to Brown.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Michael Hawkins fires to the wideout. Intercepted, just what the defensive doctor ordered. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position possession at the 40. So here comes the Michigan offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Touchdown, Michigan! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. Setting up for the extra point and the top. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Hawkins. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. They'll run it. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. using his feet. That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. On the move. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big first down.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline to your best wide receiver in a one-on-one situation.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Look out! Trying to get away. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Fires left. He's got an open man. Lots of running room. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. They'll go back to work with the first down in the final period. Hand off for Brown. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. One more time, it's Brown. And they keep him out of the end zone. He's run out of bounds at the 5. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Run the gun on third down, Hawkins. He caught it. Touchdown, West Virginia. And they've moved out front here in the fourth. Getting set for the point after. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Throwing, Underwood. Extending the play. Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Underwood from the gun on third down. Just got rid of that one. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the fourth quarter to get me the football back.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Again, it's Brown. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Fourth down, Hawkins. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. Fourth down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big fourth down conversion.
And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Brown. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. They'll run with Brown. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running it.
He'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Underwood. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's Underwood. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on 3rd down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a 1st down.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Turning it on. He'll be dragged down, but not before he's put the finishing touches on a win for his team.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me, let me finish this thing, and win this game for us. And that's exactly what happened.
A give to Brown. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.